You know, it's funny. The fear of being left alone, of making mistakes, of not knowing what to do. It's like being a kid at the edge of a pool, toes curled over the concrete, staring at the water. You want someone to push you, hold you, guide you, so you don't drown. But the only way you ever learn to swim is by getting wet. And guess what? You already swim every day. You swim through conversations, through decisions, through picking out socks in the morning. The water's not foreign. It's just bigger sometimes. And isn't it fascinating how every time you're afraid, you've also proven you can respond. Think back when the teacher asked a question and your heart pounded. Yet words spilled out. When you thought you'd choke in that social situation and you didn't. Fear said you'll collapse, but reality said you coped. That's evidence. Evidence your unconscious has stored, ready to amplify. Now chunk up. Imagine 20 years from now, if you keep avoiding, still waiting for someone to speak to you, still hoping to never be wrong, still praying for a parent figure. You'd be 80, whispering, I never lived my life. I lived their script. That's the karmic punishment. A lifetime of regret of playing small. And chunk it down. Think of the detail. Every tiny choice, every micro action. Like tying your shoes. Nobody had to tell you. Now make the loop, now pull. You trained it until it became unconscious. That's how identity gets built. The same way you trained in fear, you can train in power. Neuroplasticity is just your brain's way of saying, I'm clay, shape me. So let me tell you a parable. There's a blacksmith who keeps striking iron in the forge. Every strike looks violent, each blow loud. But with every strike, shape emerges. That's you. Fear. It's just the heat. Mistakes are just the hammer. And the more you strike, the more the weapon of self takes form. The only tragedy, if the blacksmith never picked up the hammer at all. Now your fears of being mocked, punished, abandoned, they're not signs of weakness, they're signs of growth. Like muscle soreness after the gym. The burn is evidence you're building strength. What if every time you felt fear you said, thank you, nervous system. You're telling me I'm expanding. Because that's what science says. Stress hormones, they prime you to perform. Fear is fuel if you reframe it. So here's what your unconscious can do right now. Link solitude with self-discovery instead of abandonment. Link mistakes with feedback instead of punishment. Link accountability with power instead of danger. Link speaking for yourself with freedom instead of ridicule. And notice how you've already done this before. As a kid, you fell off your bike. You cried. You hurt. And then you rode again. That's reframing. You didn't say, I'll never ride again. I'll be mocked forever. You learned balance. That's the same balance that your unconscious is remembering now. Now let's project forward. If you embody this, you walk into rooms with that calm, unshakable presence. The one who acts, not waits. People feel it, they respect it. Your relationships shift. You stop begging for approval because you are approval. If you don't, the fear keeps running you like malware. You avoid opportunities. You'll shrink when you should expand. You'll feel small when you're meant to feel colossal. And your unconscious loves to choose. So choose the path where the future you laughs at the fears that once felt colossal. Choose the path where accountability is sexy, where mistakes are calibration, where solitude is sacred training ground. Now let me smack you with some truth. No one's coming to save you. No parent figure, no guru, no friend who speaks for you. And thank fuck for that, because if they did, you'd never discover your own power. Karma doesn't punish you for mistakes. Karma punishes you for cowardice. And isn't it curious how even now, as I say this, your unconscious mind, it's already beginning to rehearse new responses. Like installing a software update. Fear pops up, and instead of freeze, you hear step. Fear says wait. You say move. So, every time fear whispers, let action answer. Every time your mind says I can't, let your body show I just did. Every time you imagine being abandoned, remember, you're the one who never leaves you. The integration is simple. Science proves it. Intuition feels it. Logic explains it. Karma demands it. All the parts, fear, hope, solitude, mistakes, they merge into coherence. And the conclusion, fear was never the enemy. Fear was the father figure all along, saying step up or stay small. And now you're stepping up.